Hello and welcome back to the Spruce Grove Public Library's YouTube channel. I'm Sarah, the Children and Youth Services Librarian here, and we are continuing our reading adventure reading Love, Hate and Other Filters by Samira Ahmed. So this is part of the Global Read Aloud 2018, and there are tons of books that they picked for this year, so there's one for every age range, so do try and read them if you haven't already. And we are going to be starting today with chapter 6. So if you haven't caught up with the previous chapters, then do go over and watch those first, and then you can continue reading along with us. So we're going to read chapter 6. So Sunday night, I'm uploading shots from the weekend onto my Instagram, the crabapple trees where I kissed Kareem, nearly stripped bare after the rain, a cat tucked in behind a bush, Hina's collection of silk patchwork pillows. I check Violet's account and she's taken France by storm. Religieuse pastries, macarons, rainy cobblestone streets, angled Eiffel Tower shots, and a selfie with a mystery guy kissing her cheek. For once, I feel unfettered happiness for her without a touch of envy. There will be stories, but this time, I might have one or two of my own to add. A chat bubble pops up on my screen from Phil. Hey, how's your weekend? Rainy, but I loved hanging out with my aunts. Tomorrow's gonna be warm and sunny, perfect for swimming. Is it wrong that I'm hoping for a freak snowstorm? Wahahaha, you'll love it. We're still a go, right? Guilt washes over my excitement. I gave my mum a G-rated report of my date with Kareem. I wonder what Hina told her. She's not stopped talking about Kareem and his proper Indian manners since I got home. To my relief and at my insistence, he promised not to ask my parents' permission for any future dates. Best to take my mother out of the equation. But that's also the trouble, the future. I committed to seeing Kareem again, and I do want to see him, but I'm also wondering if I'll be picturing Phil when Kareem kisses me. It's pretty crappy, especially for Kareem. Maybe not so much for me. So Phil, are you ghosting me? Sorry, I spaced for a second. No worries. So yes or no? Where will these swimming miracles occur? It's a secret. A secret? No, tell me. Trust me. I pulled my hands away from my keyboard. Take the leap of faith, Maya. Suck the marrow out of life. Fine. I'll pick you up at 11. Swimsuit. Optional. Ha ha. I should be thrilled, but I imagine I'll either sink like a stone or flail like a clown in front of Phil. It's impossible to be cute or aloof while thrashing around in abject fear of drowning. But I don't need to be cute or aloof, do I? Phil still has a girlfriend. There is no doubt about this. I want there to be doubt. I admit it. But Violet and I literally ran into the depressing, irrefutable PG-rated evidence of Phil's and Lisa's still kissing coupledom. I can't imagine how Lisa will feel about these secret swimming lessons. Phil would be an idiot to tell her, even if it's all our interactions are G-rated. Another wave of guilt crashes into me, but it still doesn't knock me over. I walk over to my dresser and dig out the red bikini Violet compelled me to buy. She sees these swimming lessons as my opportunity to nudge Lisa out of the way and assume my rightful place on Phil's arm. She also knows about Kareem, of course, and she's thrilled at how romantically frazzled this situation makes me. She lives for this stuff. Damn it, I need to wax. Fortunately, almost any household with an Indian woman is well stocked with depilation products. Big surprise. My mum's never once spoken to me about sex. She's never even uttered the word, but she's covered all the bases regarding ablution, hair removal, and the power of kajal, the sooty black eyeliner favoured by generations of South Asian women. During our first kajal demonstration, I poked myself in the eye. Mom heaved the dramatic sigh of a mother from an Indian movie whose daughter desires to marry a simple peasant instead of the rich, suitable suitor. You can't mess with her kajal. It's only 9 p.m, but I'm exhausted. As I climb into my bed, my mum knocks on the door, and naturally she barges in before I can respond. See, I knocked, she says. But you didn't wait for me to... Why are you always making things difficult, Maya, she interrupts. I'm your mother, and you don't have to hide anything from me. The irony makes me squirm. What do you want, mother, I groan. My mum isn't always the best at picking up on my subtleties, but she knows that mother equals annoyed. Mom is for regular days, and the Urdi Umi for increasingly rare moments of filial affection. She sits on the edge of my bed. No need to be upset, Betta. I'm sorry, I can't stand when you and Dad treat me like a child. But you are our child, and her voice catches. You always will be, even when you have children of your own. My mother's eyes moisten and I quickly turn away. I'm never quite sure what to do in these uncomfortable moments, so usually I pretend they aren't happening. I know, Mum, but can you please give me my privacy? She sniffs. I just wanted to ask if Kareem called you today. Mom, can't a mother ask a simple question? Not if it's a nosy one. I already told you everything anyway. Dinner was nice, he was nice. And that's it. End of story. We didn't secretly get engaged or anything. My mom tilts her head to the ceiling and raises her hands in a prayer position. This is her being sarcastic, but also totally serious. I don't want you to end up alone. I'm in high school, Mom. In the 21st century, I don't have to get married by the time I'm 22 or risk becoming an old maid. All right, Betta. Who is saying anything about marriage? We want you to finish your studies. But I was married when I was only a few years older than you. Classic Mom again. I'm not saying you should follow my precise example, but of course I really am. I have to laugh. And you had a love marriage that Dad's parents didn't exactly approve of, right? She gives me a sharp look. Listen to you. We raised you with too much American independence, talking back to your elders and all this privacy business. Who needs privacy from their parents? And the best way to get out of this conversation is to keep my mouth shut. I totally know this. Yet apparently I prefer to bang my head against the wall over and over, because I think arguing can change my mother's mind. Note to self, it can't. It never has. Please, all I'm asking is that you give me a little space. If Kareem and I decide to get married, I promise you'll be the first to know. And my mum stands and shakes her head. We should have sent you to a boarding school in India. Then you would have learned to be a good daughter, not like these ungrateful girls here who can't cook and don't know how to show proper respect to their parents. Some even marry white American boys. She means boys like Phil. Boys you secretly tutor and meet for surreptitious swimming lessons. Shiny-eyed, beautiful boys that can pull you in the wrong direction. I fake a huge yawn. Can you continue your marriage pep talk another day? I swear I won't run off and marry a heathen tonight. She heads towards the door. What are you doing tomorrow? My pulse quickens as I make up an alibi. Sleep in, then maybe go to the movie or a mall if any of my friends are around. When is your last appointment? Your father scheduled a root canal at 5 p.m, so we won't be home until later. Okay, Kudufi. Have a good day at work in case I don't see you in the morning. Kudafi's better, and my mum tosses me a final wan smile. I love you, but I remain disappointed. And shuts the door. And I settle beneath the covers. If I ever star in a retro or direct a retro Bollywood melodrama, my mother will be the star. And that's the end of chapter 6. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you're enjoying the book. So yeah, come join us next time. Take care.